All right, we're back.
Sorry, we're back. Everyone watching. Well, sorry if you missed anything. Okay, Zach, I guess we can just pick up right where you were saying. So I slept in the back.
Right.
Back from where?
So from last session, where we left off was Babouk just slapped Hinza in the back, saying, "I have just found the newest member of the Hama." To which Sitar, leading Liazar out of the sort of interrogation room, having also just found the newest member of the Hama, greets him with a kind of apathetic look to this sort of statement. But the two of you are now led by Sitar and Babouk to the to a room kind of on, I guess, your right. It was on the left side when you entered. A sort of hallway leading into kind of looks like an assembly room where a woman in military officer clothing, kind of a long robe. I forget the exact name, but it's a long robe with sort of padded armor-looking pieces on it. And she is just kind of standing there doing her own little thing in this sort of assembly room on the stage.
Is she, like, expecting us, or is she just, like, present?
She's present, but she does seem to kind of, like, notice you as you enter. You're entering from the side where, like, people who would be watching would be entering. She's up on the stage. It's just on the opposite wall. It goes for probably, like, about 30 feet. It's actually a very large
So it's
room.
more of like a theater and less like an arena?
No, more like a theater, yeah.
Okay. So
So
there's
kinda
like so there's the stage, and then there's the dip down, and you have the entire audience that way, or
Not
kind of
like up in a stand style, but more in just on a flat area with just kind of like metal chairs.
Okay. Do they actually have metal chairs? Are they like cool looking metal chairs that come out of the ground?
No, they're just this is probably built within the last couple days. Like, this is something like really recent, but also just out of whatever they could find lying around.
So it looks like it could definitely be really old, but it's just kind of more clean than what it should be.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So like if you were to take an old rusty metal chair, clean it, and then use it, but it's still old and rusty.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
So, and is this where we're going for, like, our training? Basically,
No, this is where you're going for your induction.
Okay.
Oh, okay. So we're gonna be put out on a stage in front of people. I say that to Babouk. So,
I heard that as indoctrination. All right.
So
I'm ready.
We can do this with other people, right?
Now, is there a chance we're going to die during this indoctrination?
Probably not.
Okay,
Wait,
so
are you
can we
asking
turn
this
the
as we
bird
walk?
back away? I just noticed that the bird was facing
yeah.
us. I was like, I'm about to swear fealty and, like, die.
He's like, oh no, what's going on here?
Which if
no,
it's
she just
Kale's
pulls out a gun,
character,
it's
that's
like,
fine.
"Welcome to the Haji."
Oh god.
No.
You have to take one shot to the foot. And,
It's Russian roulette.
And then if you fall over, then we shoot you again until you stop falling over, or until you stay on the ground.
It's just Russian roulette with a semi-automatic pistol.
Oh jeez.
Oh, man.
With a
All right, you
semi-automatic
first.
pistol, the auto chambers. Okay.
You're first.
No, so
I say, yes, sir. I shall induct our followers, and I gladly stand up to the plate.
well, hold on.
Fine, just take me a
Nobody
step
said
forward.
anything to you. Like, this is kind of I don't know.
Metagaming.
It's all in
Yeah.
your head.
Oh.
Yeah, this is all.
I'm just sitting here thinking all this through. No one's actually said anything.
Yeah,
I'm
no.
like, yeah. I say that out loud. Yeah, definitely.
Oh, so the woman's telepathic.
Obviously, yeah.
I think I'm just saying this out loud.
No, this is all just like meta right now. Like, this is me kind of-
okay.
Yeah.
Then let's get back to.
So now back to the characters. Now
Okay.
for the actual storytelling
Yeah.
that I've actually prepared this time. So as you enter the room, Babouk looks down. He because I'm assuming the two of you are. Where would you be standing relative to Babouk and Sitar?
I am shoulder to shoulder with Babouk. And trying to like hold his hand.
Well,
I'm
you're-
probably standing, like, front and center, like, right in the middle.
All right, you're much shorter than Babouk, but
Oh God.
You're
How
like
tall am I? I actually don't know how tall I am.
I think last session we said you were short, but I don't know if that's.
Oh,
You are 1'3".
No. Nathan, I doubt.
So you're
if I'm gonna be humanoid, then I'll be 1'3".
You're like shoulder to ankle with Babouk.
I would actually love for my character to be like non-human, like like human. Human. Continue.
Why don't you, are you male? Why don't you roll 3 dice and add that? That's how many inches above 5 feet you are. 5 feet. You have the potential to be 6'6". You're big.
I'm very tall.
All right, you're actually what 6'3"?
And I'm 15 inches above that. Yeah.
Yeah,
6'3". There you go.
I'll take it.
Alright.
So I look down on
So-
Babook.
No, you're actually probably shoulder to shoulder with Babook. He's a
like
very
I
tall man
said. Okay.
himself.
So back exactly where I said.
Yes.
Continue.
So this whole thing was tangential. And how about Liazar? Like, I'm assuming he's also tall, but relative to, like, is he on the left? Is he behind the group? Is he?
I think I said he was front and center.
All right, he's front and center. So he's kind of figured out that this is the direction they're going.
Like the
Well,
true
he just kind of like
paladin you
strides
wanna
up and realizes, oh, that's where we gotta be. And he just kind of like just stands there
Alright.
waiting. Yeah.
So whenever you guys,
Mild irritation.
so you guys walk in, you're in the front. You got Sitar on the right, Babook in the center in the back, and Hinza.
I'm
be.
Liazar.
Yeah.
Hinza just like slammed into Babook's side, and Babook kind of like tries to shake you off, and he just kind of like gives you a smile.
I like try to shush him with my finger. I'm like, shh, follow her. It's okay. It's okay, follow her. It's okay, follow her. I understand. You can be quiet now. And I'm just like brushing my finger across his lip as I do this.
Oh, his lip.
Oh, his lip?
His lip.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm like.
How exactly? And on me and on him.
Exactly like that. Exactly.
Babook kind of like fights your finger away, and whenever you
He can just clamp my fingers off with his rock teeth.
Yeah, but does he? How persistent are you with this?
I mean, a little bit. I completely and 100% believe that he's a pure follower of mine, so I can do whatever I want, and it's not intrusive.
He just finds you funny. Anyway,
Cool.
So he's kind of like laughing a little.
Like
He
I'm a
goes,
child.
and he
There's a T joke in here somewhere.
Oh no.
yes, T is like consent, children.
Oh man.
All right,
I was gonna come right out and
back
say
to
it.
Zach.
All right. So as he kind of pushes away your finger, he kind of laughs and goes, "All right, this is I can't do the stage
This guy
voice.
funny.
No. This is where the induction ceremony will. I can't do the voice anymore. This is where the induction. I'm not gonna do a voice.
induction ceremony will begin.
Sure. This is where the induction ceremony will begin.
Alright, this is Babook speaking.
That's like where
Babook
that
speaking.
induction ceremony will begin. Okay. What?
And Sitar kind of like takes a step forward. I'm not gonna really speak for Ethan's character. Actually, he's just gonna take a step forward. That's it.
I mean, I feel like.
You just dictate his speech or whatever.
Well,
yeah.
I can do that.
Yeah, just do it.
Just,
I mean,
but I
you're
don't really
the
have
GM.
anything to do right
Alright,
now.
so
he just like kind of takes a step forward and then just looks around and just stays there.
Yeah. So the woman actually standing on the stage,
Mhm.
as you kind of as he actually takes a step forward, he kind of looks at the group. She looks at the group and pulls a hood off, and you'd actually recognize her as the same woman you saw back on the balcony in the prison.
Okay.
Yeah. And she was also the same woman who gave the speech.
Oh yeah, you looked at me. I remember that.
Yeah. Who looked at you. She's also the same one who gave the speech whenever you were on the, I don't know.
transport ship.
Transport ships, yeah. I was going to say prison ships, and that wasn't really the
I
best
felt like a prisoner.
Yeah.
An escaped prisoner.
A prisoner of in transmit. Transit.
Transit, yeah.
Transmit.
In
The
transmit.
Transmit was the name of our cargo ship.
I think it was Inferno.
I think it was Transmit 7, actually. Alright,
No,
anyways.
but,
So what did she say?
she kind of, like, takes a nice look at you, and she goes, I feel like I've seen you before.
Oh yes, you have. You looked at me and I acknowledged you and you acknowledged me and then you looked away and we broke out of prison.
She kind of, like, glances away for a second, shuts her eyes a little, and goes, yeah, that must be it. Just kind of like, she looks at Sitar and says, so these are the ones you've recruited? And Sitar gives like a single nod.
Says no words whatsoever.
Says no words whatsoever.
He was
just
literally
absolutely
very
nothing.
talkative.
He was
Brian.
very talkative yesterday, but
Today's just not his day. It's
Yeah.
the same day.
It's the same.
This hour's not his hour.
He took a vow of silence.
It's a different space. It's a different space day.
Took a vow of silence.
He's taking a fasting from words.
All right, so he kind of, or she gestures for you two to come forward, like just like a little this. Do you comply?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. So you're gonna
do we just go onto the stage with her?
Yeah.
Then? Okay.
And it's like 5, maybe like 3 layers of chairs. It's not like a massive room.
Yeah.
It's pretty mediocre at all points considered. But so you get on the stage with her, and she kind of like shakes your hand and says, "All right, so in about an hour, we're gonna get everybody around for the induction ceremony. Just everybody who's not working. So
How many is everybody?
I don't know. Just this isn't my post. I'm just here for the ceremony part of it.
A gaggle.
Just a gaggle.
Do you think any of them will follow me?
Yes, of course.
I shall stay.
I don't think it's quite your choice, but
I shall stay.
You
That's
can
all
almost
I
hear Liazar's eyes rolling.
she clears her
Never
clears her
mind.
throat again. She says, "I don't believe you've been introduced." So she puts her hand out to Liazar. Actually, no, we do the
I have a quest.
we do the
I
raspberry
have a
thing. don't
request.
we?
Can
Yeah?
Babu please have one glass eye?
No,
Okay.
not yet.
A marble eye.
We'll get around. We'll get around. to it.
Okay. Sorry.
So don't we do like this instead of the handshake?
Yes.
Or was that a different?
No, we did like a forehead thing.
That's
yeah,
what it
that's
was.
what it was.
No,
this
that was
is
a thank you.
This is something else. No, that's.
No,
I don't know sign language.
No.
but I thought we did a forehead.
We
thing.
did this, and then we said, "Oh, that's just like thank you." And I was like, "No, this was thank you.
I don't know.
This was nothing. You presented it, and we denied it." GM, you literally could have overridden that, but you didn't. So
Anyways.
hello.
It's not my world.
So
What?
I greet her, and yeah.
Yeah. So there's some sort of alien handshake kind of thing. She goes, "So what's your name?"
Liazar Petros.
All right, and you acknowledge, man.
Hinza Ishran,
Right.
My subordinate.
his subordinate.
His subordinate. My name is Abby. I'm the leader of the Haji, and I'm here to welcome you as official members of the Hama.
We're honored.
All right. I
You
work.
should be honored.
She was just about to speak, and she just stops and goes,
I'm sorry.
"I'm gonna see you're gonna be very fun to deal with."
Deal with. Oh no, I think you'll be fun to deal with. And I bow again, like because I don't actually understand what the gesture means.
She sighs, shakes her head, and goes, "So, as members of the Hama, you will be part of my organization and directly involved in missions that are given out by the other officers of the Hama, as well as by me, of course. So I'm just going to be here to kind of shake your hand, give you an award for joining the Hama, and we'll be on our merry ways, just to introduce you to those who are here. So in about an hour, I'm just going to need you to walk out from stage right, shake my hand, say thanks, whatever else you feel like, just something very quick to this gestures at space microphone, S microphone, of course. And
NAS microphone. Whoa, this
Yeah.
expensive place. This is a very expensive place.
it's just a rusty blue Yeti. But
USB. What? That's so 45 million thousand years ago.
it's an S USB, of course.
Whoa.
But
USB S type instead of a C. Or okay, sorry. Oh,
no.
gosh.
So she just she gives you kind of like this rundown of what the ceremony is going to be like. Says, "All right, see you in an hour."
I go sit down on one of the chairs. In
Yep, so wait
anticipation.
around. I stand for an hour. An hour later.
You just
1 hour
stand-
later.
You just stand still.
Yeah.
What? Where are my dice? There they are.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
An hour later, a whole 8 people have shown up into the auditorium, have taken their seats, and you are now in the back of the stage while this sort of quick little introduction ceremony is going on. She says, these are the newest and most foremost members of the Hama. We have gathered here today to welcome them as official officers, and I hope you all can help them kind of become comfortable.
Let's give light applause. Do they applaud after this?
We'll get to that.
It's traditional to bang on your armor, so it's kind of like not the table.
Oh wait,
Is this metallic? No, no.
Nathan, you have a ring on. That's why it's
Oh,
metallic.
perfect.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah,
Here, good idea.
That was.
I'm probably not gonna. Here, I'll just slam my watch.
All right. Anyways,
So she gives this little like I don't know filler speech, and
Very little effort put into it. You can just
no,
tell.
she has a lot of effort. It's
Oh,
like
okay.
it's this big ordeal.
For 8 people.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
She's very over the top. You can tell that she thinks she's very grand. In giving this speech, she's got all these like fancy words and all this hand gestures, and she's rattling her jewelry. She's not even wearing any jewelry. She's just rattling something that's not there.
Just
Yeah, exactly.
jazz hands.
Jazz hands. And
Welcome these people here today.
and then she gestures to stage right and says, "Who are the 2 members on board the ship, the Inferno ship, have joined." She looks down at her hand. Liazar and Hinza.
Man, we're cannon fodder.
Save the best for last. You go first, and I kind of like push you.
Yeah.
Like you definitely can see him, and my
Yeah.
hands kind of sticking out.
Yeah.
of the
I step
stage.
forward.
All right. So she kind of like gives you a little handshake or whatever's customary. I don't even remember what we set up. I think it was the hand thing. Like
Yes,
that.
that's exactly what it was.
So she does that. Hands you like a little. It's like a plaque of just. It's a stone plaque with a little inscription on it.
Is it made out of real stone?
Yeah.
Oh man, nice. He's like impressed.
It says official Hama.
They even
member.
spelled my name right. He just kind of got a little smile, like
Yeah, he's finally proud.
real stone, not misspelled like the last one.
All right. Then she says, and again, Hinza.
Oh, there's a very large delay.
Hinza.
And then I slowly walk out. I peek over the curtain,
She, like,
and then I
clears
walk out with my arms out, and I'm like, I start smacking my chest. I don't wear armor.
There's
I'm smacking my chest because I walk out.
There's
I
just
know
a kind of
that's
a general like 2 people are kind of like clapping. One goes, yeah, and that's about it.
I nod at it.
Right. She also does the hand. She offers you your own little stone. She goes, and aboard whatever the other ship was called. Let me find out. And aboard the Lupus. She doesn't say the other ship because that would be unprofessional.
I hold my stone tablet above my head, and I say, I am now S. Hinza Ishran, because wherever I was, I am now Haji. And then I scrape an S in with my finger as hard as I can.
It's stone.
Yeah, it doesn't work. But I'm like scratching into it, and then I say, do you have a tool?
No.
Do I have a tool?
No.
Has he been totally converted?
To the hot. Sure. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Welcome to your new religion.
I shall now find the prophecy of this one. Instead, I look forward to you all serving me. Yes. And then
She
I
kind of like
put my tablet to my side.
pats you on the back. Goes, yeah, that's a real enthusiastic person. She kind of like
I
shrugs.
do this a couple of times. Except it's like just waving a lot at her. I go,
She just like
Thank
kinda
you.
tries to push you along to the staircase on the stage. Goes, all right, now just sit down, honey, sit down.
okay.
All right, all right. And on the Lupus, we have Mata Ali, and on the left side of the stage, an older-looking, kind of a gruff guy with like a stubby beard, walks out. He's got black hair. He's got a kind of a darker skin tone, and he's got like a deep scar just on his right cheekbone area. And he kind of walks out, does the same sort of handshake thing. It's not even a handshake, just a hand gesture. Grabs a stone, he just politely says thank you, goes to sit down.
Okay.
I'm definitely the oddball
Yeah,
in
no.
everything I do. I'm sorry.
All right.
That's why you're here to distract everyone, so I can like get the jump,
Okay.
kill them all.
As long as
Fine.
you're okay with it.
Yeah,
You
of course.
just kill your own organization.
So
very
I'm just
distracting.
practicing for the real deal.
you just start shooting people. Like I'm just practicing. Don't worry.
I have sidearm like melee weapon.
Did they give us weapons last time? I
Yeah, you got a
write it
baton.
down. Okay, I have a baton. Okay, I'll get the stats from you on that.
Yeah.
Do you have it?
Yeah.
Cool. Okay.
All right.
Don't copy down my real weapons. Just keep your shock stick.
So as Mata
Falcon pistol.
leaves stage left, she kind of like sighs relief and goes, "Oh, finally! All right, now welcome your new members and make their life easy getting into the Hama. Thank you very much for coming."
My brain was like, hell.
She kind of so then she just kind of like claps a little bit and goes to the back of the stage, and that's the last you see of her. At the end of that, another woman actually comes up to you. Says,
Another woman comes up to Liazar.
"Yeah,
Again?
to Liazar."
It's like a curse.
You just distract them.
To all three of you, because I'm assuming like they.
Oh, my
probably
polarizer is turned on, and like turn off my polarizer. Sorry, ladies. Sorry.
have- She walks away.
It's
Another
like a
one
wedding
comes
thing. You're like, oh, I didn't have my wedding ring on. Sorry. Whoops. I don't know how that got off there.
She's like 8 systems over. Hopefully she won't see this.
No.
No, but the three of you kind of had like assigned seating, like you were told to sit somewhere specifically. So whenever you guys, whenever she walks off stage, one of the people in the back stands up and walks over to you.
Wait, why does my seat say goat?
Yeah, no, the one back there says cow camel.
This is epic.
Cow camel.
Cow camel.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. It was upside. It was upside
It's
down.
upside down.
My accent is never the same. That's part of my character.
No.
So you're like tripolar.
Yeah.
Tribal.
He's tribal.
So anyway, this woman kind of she stands very assertively. She's got officer clothing on also. There's a lot of officers here. I mean,
Name
it's
one-
the Hama. I don't know what to tell you.
Name one thing to describe your personality. I stand assertively. What does that look like?
You know, she's like a drill
okay.
sergeant.
You have
know?
Okay, that makes sense.
It's like a combat soldier on like duty.
Yeah,
I mean, I was just thinking, like, how do you assertively stand? You know?
like a drill sergeant.
I guess it makes more sense.
Yeah.
Okay, yes, continue.
So she's standing like a drill sergeant in front of the three of you. She says, all right. Gotta find my actual thing. Right. I'm Arifa. I'll be your commanding officer for the next couple of days. And the next couple of years. And hopefully the next life, this life, and that one after it.
She knows the truth. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Right. So I'll be your commanding officer. And I'll be leading you to your bunk, which you will have for the next week. The two of you in the Inferno will be sharing one bunk room, and I'll put you somewhere else.
Who's the other you?
Mata, the other guy, the Lupus.
Okay.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay. Mata Ali.
Yep. All right. So she gets you guys up. She leads you into the back.
Okay.
She kind of shows you around the common room because that's like where this first floor, the main sort of central part of the first floor is. It's just a big common room with a bunch of doors. She introduces you both to your room, which is on the right side, kind of close to the front door. There's just another door. As soon as you open up, it's just a cramped little like coffin room with a bunk bed, and that's about it.
I look at Liazar, and I just give like a half grin, and I say, "I call top bunk," and I run and climb up on top of the top bunk and sit there.
All right. She says, "All right, I'll be right back. You two just make yourself comfortable now at home." She closes the door behind Liazar and does something you guys can't really see because, behind a closed door.
I look at behind the closed door because I can't see it.
She's leading Mata over to his room. I don't really know what else to tell you.
Oh, I'm gonna pull out my shock baton and kind of play with it.
All right. So you're just swinging in the air.
I even turn it on. I electrify it to look at the light as I swing it.
So a couple of minutes pass of you guys
You wanna
getting
fight?
comfortable in this room.
Oh, you wanna fight, Liazar? You wanna? Can I? I prod him.
So the next
Into
morning
my
we wake up?
stabbing.
No, it's
Oh.
just like a couple minutes, like maybe like 10 minutes later.
Oh, okay.
She comes back over to your room. She opens the door, says, "All right. So now, as members of the Hama, you will be put to a strict schedule. For the next week, you will be training and being introduced to your orderly duties as officers in Market City. Yes.
No,
Hinza.
no, continue. I kind of like raise my hand, and then I slowly put it down because I was thinking of something else.
We will put you in a unit with Babuk and Sitar, your recruiting officers, who will lead you about the city, show you the sort of layout of the city, and introduce you to your duties. Do you have any questions?
Is there an ETA for the colonization?
That will be occurring in a few weeks from now.
Will I be interacting with other people at this time?
Yeah, that's your entire job is to interact with people. Keep the order.
Will I have access to a printer?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. So now, the two of you should be reporting to training for your first day.
Okay.
Were we given a location to report to?
She says, if you two will follow me, we will begin. So she leads you out, and that's where we're going to kind of like fade to black, move on to our sort of time skip setting.
Okay, cool. I was actually going to ask if you were going to do that.
Yeah.
Cool. All right.
So, for the next week, you two are being offered kind of just generic police officer work. You're shown around Market City, involved in protecting merchants. People are asking for directions, and you give them as best you can.
Is there much crime?
There is, actually, in the words of Arifa, whenever you ask her this, whenever the primary source of your population is made up of falsely accused criminals from other countries, you do tend to have a minor crime problem.
I have a question. I was going to ask you if I could print off flyers and make business cards for me. And do I have a communicator? Since
Yes, you do have a personal communicator.
Since I have a personal communicator, is there a way that I can get like my own communicator number? So basically, I can like make business cards and flyers for my cause, and I would like to basically advertise myself as I do my job around the city.
Give me real quick. Give me a infiltration check.
Infiltration? Oh dear lord. Okay. Let's roll a 4 dice. Get me a 6.
Yay!
I got a 6.
All right. So you're told that you're not allowed to use the printer during your first week of introductory training, but you do sneak in at night and
Okay.
manage to sneakily use a very loud printer to print a number of brochures.
Instead of S. Hinza, I do S. Ishra for my name. I'll be like the coming of.
You also have the title of Hamia. Do you want to put that on there?
Yeah, Hamia
Hamia
S.
S.
Ishran. And I basically like I give out my business cards to the merchants. You know, I say like, you know, if you ever need me or need to find the truth, I shall give this to you. And I give them that, and I like put flyers everywhere for people to rip off and call me. You know.
You successfully print out 22 of both business cards, like sheets of business cards, and
the
flyers.
22 each, or
No,
like split
like
between
22
okay.
sheets. Of
Then I'll
business
do
cards.
11. Oh, how many? I guess how many business cards? Probably like 5 business cards per sheet.
Probably about, yeah.
Okay, then I have a lot of business cards.
Yeah.
And I hand them out to each of the merchants and probably their customers, even though I shouldn't.
It's like, man, they misspelled your name.
No. Yes.
All right, so the
number is not incorrect.
you're tasked with general orders every day by Arifa. She gives you the regimen early in the morning with, well, the artificial morning. It's the space station, what's left of it. Sitar and Babuk give you kind of a guide through the Market City. They show you important alleyways. You build a mental map of the city over this week and are tested on it regularly. Days of training immediately followed by work go by until finally your first week of life in Market City has passed. The two of you are awoken by the familiar sight of Arifa standing in your room.
Who's Arifa?
The officer, commanding officer. Arifa.
Oh, shoot.
I don't know how to
I wake
pronounce
up to
it.
her face every morning.
Not her face, like she's not like in your face, but she's in the room, kind of like
Nice.
standing there. She's always got her hands at her hips. It's actually a mental condition. No, but she's standing there.
You're so good.
It's
at
a
standing assertive.
mental condition.
No,
no.
she's not able to move her hands. No, she's,
Oh, right.
she's fine. Don't worry about it.
She walks around like she looks like a cowboy. She walks around. Okay.
She gives you a scowl before raising her voice and calling out, "Attention!"
Wait, that's how I get woken up in the morning?
This morning.
Oh, God.
Just this morning,
Like you're being introduced to like this is boot camp, but condensed to a week.
This is a militant academy.
Oh, I've been through worse. All right, so I like drag myself.
Yeah,
out
you're
of
already
bed.
a soldier. You're kind of used to this. You're like back home.
I sit up and I say, no, and then I lay my head back down. Is this early in the morning?
This is like 6.
Can I just push up on his like mattress and dump him on the floor?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Give me a force check. I want to see that. I want to see how successfully you do this.
Oh, I Nathan, no.
I got 1-6.
You got an A6 out of that. How many dice is
The
that?
force was with me.
Yeah.
Wait, is this Star Wars? What are we playing here?
No.
Oh,
This is
sorry.
Coriolis.
I thought I was your Padawan learner.
This
Still
is
the space.
Arabian Star Wars. No, I'm going to allow that. You succeed.
But you
You
rolled 1-6 with
You only need 1-6 to succeed.
10, 12,
you
14, 16, 18. You literally rolled 1-6 with 20 dice.
It was
20 d6.
a 1 out of 120.
Yeah, you are piled off over the side of this, piled driven, I guess. So you kind of like land on the ground. Arif kind of like kicks you and goes, "Now get up, recruit. Stand at attention."
I get up and the camera zooms in to show that I have a bloody nose from the incident, and I sit up and I say,
"All right."
"Yes, ma'am." And I kind of like cough blood. I'm like, because I like sniffled it up, and it went in my throat. Okay, so now I'm sitting here with a bloody nose.
So she like raises her own hand with like a little cloth on it and just wipes at your nose with her fist. Not like
That's such a weird way to do that. You're like I've got a cloth. Yeah.
No, I mean like she's just got like a long like a robe that she doesn't really mind getting dirty, and she just does this. You
It
know
just
what I mean?
looks. No,
Yeah.
hey Zach.
No, I already got it.
Zach, I have a request. Could she just like have like
There we
so
go.
you say she has a robe? Could she just kind of like swipe it and it very very gently, like just like runs across my nose and wipes it away?
Yes.
You see what I'm saying? Like think of like a slow.
I'm thinking like she just does this, like she raises it up and wipes like this.
Yeah, but this is like way cooler.
No, she just does it. I don't know. Sure, all right.
There
yeah.
you go. See,
She does it like in a nice swift motion. She kind of breaks your lip while she does it. It's great.
Yeah, I should be the GM of your campaign now. Go ahead.
All right.
I could not do this. Not on this scale. Maybe D&D, but not this big a world. Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
Anyway, so she leads you both whenever you get out of bed and at her attention. She leads you both out of your room and into a larger common room outside. You know, just where it is. And she brings you to another door on the right. There's a lot of doors in this common room. And whenever she opens it, it reveals a staircase where the walls are close and the roof is very tall. Heading up the staircase, she opens it. This is the staircase you walk almost every day because it leads to the gym. You're opening it to a hallway.
Mm-hmm.
Down the hallway, about halfway through, you are led to a double door that you've never entered before, but it is marked initiates. Sorry.
Ooh, cooler.
What does initiate mean, I wonder?
Initiate means to begin in a certain thing. Like initiate, but spelled exactly the same.
This whole upper floor section is in much better condition than the lower floor and definitely the rest of the city, though that's not really saying much for Market City.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah. It's made out of like carved bits of rubble and some newer like plaster looking material. So it's kind of got like an abstract patchwork pattern to the walls. Whenever you're walking to this double door, an old man passes by the group. He's carrying a clipboard with his head bent over, almost consumed by his work. And he just kind of passes you. You guys have to make way. It's a little cramped hallway, so it's...
I noticed the decal on the bottom of it is an S clipboard, and
Yeah.
so I know he's awesome. So I kind of like nod. To
I
him,
slipped
like,
business card onto his clipboard.
He doesn't even notice. He's so enthralled with whatever's going on there.
He shall know later, brother. And I give you like 10 business cards, and I say hand these out to my followers or to my want-to-be followers. And I like, I'm guessing you're wearing a helmet still because you don't like.
no, the helmet's no, that was
Okay.
a different character.
Are you
I
wearing
think.
an exosuit then, or what are you wearing?
Yeah, I think I've been wearing that on our walks because I don't think we were given armor, were we?
Yeah, no. So
Okay.
you have like a maintenance level exosuit which
Okay.
has like interactive HUD and some kind of basic stuff.
whatever. Like if there's like a part of his armor that's like kind of tight against his skin, I'm gonna like 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 nudge it in.
All right.
So he just takes it and he's kind of
Not
yeah,
very
like nods.
comfortable.
He said he nods
I-
and then just closes it in his hand.
I've got it in my hand, so I'll do something with it in a minute.
All right. So she opens the door and gestures for you two to enter, and I'm assuming you comply.
Yes, definitely.
So on the inside, you find a barracks. It's a pretty menial condition. She gestures at two very nearby beds. Like, there's a lot of beds in here. It's probably maybe like 40 beds, probably. And under the beds are 2 footlockers, both open and empty. The beds themselves are just on an iron frame with a what's the word I'm looking for? Like a blank mattress, naked mattress, the bare mattress.
Fair enough. Yeah. Bare
Yeah,
mattress.
you get the idea. There's nothing on there. And she says, all right, this is the barracks for all of our new recruits. Here are your keys. Fight between you. Who gets the left and who gets the right?
The barracks are pretty bare.
Huh. Yeah, it's actually pretty barren of people. Most of the Hama are actually out on their scheduled training or doing their
So
work.
basically, what we're doing is like whenever you first get hired at a job, where you're just sitting at a computer all day, like and doing like the easy stuff, and you actually do the real work. So that's basically what's happening right now.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, I take the right keys without giving them a chance to do anything. I just like, or do you stop me from grabbing for the keys?
No.
Okay.
Anyway, so she says, all right.
Oh, thank you. And I latch them to my belt.
So kind of introduce yourself around, get comfortable in the barracks, and whenever you're ready, just come see me for your morning training.
Are there many other initiates in the room?
There's only about 3, and one of them you would recognize as Mata.
Do we no longer live in our old rooms?
No.
Oh. I had a stash of business cards under my mattress. I guess you flung them in the air whenever you hit that, so just paper went everywhere. Can I return to that soon?
You can return after breakfast.
Okay. I guess we let time pass until we go to our morning stuff.
You can go as soon as you want. There are 3 people in the room, just kind of like doing their thing, but otherwise you can go just like right now.
I go make my bed, and then I
Alright.
go get my business cards, and then I put them under my made bed.
And you discover that there's a little pile of 10 already under your made bed.
Oh, what a gift! And I look up, and then I look at one of the symbols of the idols, the judge, which is my icon. Sorry. And I look at like the judge icon on my arm, and I think that I see a glow, but it probably doesn't glow at all. And I say, "You've been watching me."
No, it does glow a little.
Oh, okay. Then it glows just a little bit, and I say, "You have been watching me." And then I close my sleeve back, and then I put all my business cards next to the tin. But I keep those separate because they're special.
While he's gone, I've been talking to the other 3 initiates.
All right. So the 3 initiates, you got like a young, innocent-looking guy. He's actually like blonde and fair skin, which is really rare around here because it's Arabic. But he's really young. He actually introduces himself with a very vigorous voice that I'm not going to do just yet because I haven't really developed it.
Zach has no vigor.
I
Not
have
at
no
all.
vigor. As evidenced by I don't know. I don't know what to evidence it with.
Anyways.
Anyway, he introduces himself as Dink Kirian. You also talk to Mata Ali, who is he doesn't really speak that much to you. He's kind of like just kind of I don't know, annoyed, I guess, in general with everything. And the third one is a woman who seems kind of mid-range, young age. I can't really think of the word.
So younger than the lady who was in charge?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Actually, no, now that I think about it, no. Older than the lady, because the lady's actually very young for somebody who's in charge of something
Oh,
like
okay,
this.
so she's...
Yeah, she's like new to this world. Not a child, but anyway, I'll get onto that, the woman's age there. So this one's probably about 20, 23 area. And she introduces herself as Kirith, and she's a data gem.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good to know.
Yeah. Right.
It is the coming.
So I'm assuming that's all that really happens here, and you guys move on to
Yeah,
the
we go
morning
into our
training.
morning stuff. Yeah.
All right. So you go to the gym. It's kind of makeshift, but it's pretty well outfitted for a gym in this condition. And she's just going to run you through your normal morning can't think of the word, like your schedule,
Routine.
I guess. Yeah, routine. That's the word. So give me survival checks, both of you.
Oh, okay. Nathan, no, that's not how you do it. there you go.
So I can't roll 20 dice for all my rolls.
No.
I do not survive.
Survival is wits.
Yep.
I survive better than him.
All right. So you're actually like having to do this outside of your what is it called?
Exoshell.
Exoshell.
You're not used to it. It's like so foreign to you to not be completely.
I'm
secure
sweating
by
so
technology.
profusely that I'm like slipping
Yeah,
around.
you've been doing this like without an exoshell for a week, but you're still like really having to wrap your head around moving your actual body.
Are you saying he
Well,
doesn't move his body?
I've been carrying his workload for so long that I've actually like injured myself in the process.
But whenever I actually have to take on my own workload, it's completely fine. I just let him because it's less work,
Yeah. So you give kind of an embarrassing display of athletic ability,
and I do better than you.
and you were punished by the end of it. You had to do twice as many algal jumps as the rest of the group.
My icon's the Lady of Tears. I'm crying on the inside.
Hinza, instead, however, got through training pretty well, but you're feeling pretty tired by the end of it.
Ooh, that was a bit of a workout. That was a bit of a workout, wasn't it, buddy?
I'm like 49. He did like 5. I'm just like 50.
You're like sweating just all over.
I'm not done. You won't beat me.
What's funny is I was actually planning on doing terrible, but I did way better.
It's what I was planning for it to happen. But,
Oh, I'm on the 2 gravity machine and you're on the half grav machine.
I go with the 2 gravity and then just do it without any problem at all.
no, but
No. Okay. Thanks, Zach.
so no, you might. I don't know what's going on.
you're-
I'm not a trainer.
You're the GM.
So
Okay.
after training, you two are sent to breakfast, and it's pretty all right. I mean, today's meal is just kind of various rehydrated meats and grains, so it's not that impressive.
I'm imagining like it looks like it came through a meat grinder, just like a slab of stringy meat, just like thrown in front of us. That's really gelatinous.
Yeah.
All right. Great.
With like gelatinous rice.
Is it heated up? is it
Yeah,
just
it's
Okay.
warm.
See, I'm. It's just room temperature.
No, it's like tea that you've left sit for like
Oh.
a couple 30 seconds maybe.
I slice mine into geometric shapes and before consuming them.
All right, that's nice.
I kind of
It's-
just like the little strings that like slurp like noodles.
It's more fun in 0G, but whatever. Helps pass the time.
But at 2001 reference?
You're like a sous chef in zero
I
gravity.
don't think so.
Yeah.
You like have
Feels
swords. You
like
just
one,
kind of
but
like
it
just
isn't.
swinging.
I don't remember geometric gelatinous food.
All right,
Yeah.
so other Hama are returning to the meal cafeteria for after their respective shifts for their meal times, because I mean some are coming in for lunch and dinner. It's kind of an artificial day cycle that you're on. But around 40 minutes have passed whenever Arifa calls for everyone's attention. Arifa, we're gonna call her Arifa for now on. That's gonna be cemented. The conversations in the room kind of die out amongst a few hushes and hisses until it's just kind of dead silent. She pulls out a list and shouts, "The next shift goes to squads P7, P37, and Y12. P1 will be assigned on a mission. P19 is to report to the docks to recruit a new Hamia from the incoming shipment, and I will be coming with the group to assist. Satar Zamani, Babouk,
Liaison.
Satar Zamani, Babouk, Liezar Petros, and Hinza Ishran, only to report to my office in 12 minutes.
I look at my watch. Let's see. We shall go, and I just walk straight there.
S-Watch.
My S watch. I just bought it with my new money from working at this place.
All right. So leaving your tray behind for those poor janitors to have to deal
That's
with.
actually a good question.
Yeah.
How much do we make by doing this? Like, how much do they pay us, or do they at all? Do we just have like a card that just like gives us free stuff basically there, and that's
You haven't
it?
got anything yet, but you've been promised something in return.
Okay, cool. That's just a thought that occurred to me. So
It's a thought that hasn't occurred to me.
it's like, wait, hang on. These are jobs. You get paid.
Incommunicable diseases.
I mean, I guess we are just eating like it's like college. You know, they basically just pay for everything for you, but you don't get anything out of it.
Definitely communicable diseases.
You get paid with survival.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like they're like, we'll just kind of keep you alive.
Yeah.
We'll keep you fit. We'll keep you alive. Just do our work for us.
Yeah, effectively. All right, so you two are off to the office.
Yeah, I'll probably delay 5 minutes and then show up
I just go.
Yeah.
right before time.
So he leaves his tray behind without really doing anything to help
I
clean up.
did eat all the food though. I'll
He
clarify
did help
that.
clean up all the food.
It was
by eating it.
Yeah, it was delicious.
Yeah.
But yes,
I'm assuming your 5 minutes are actually you just like picking it up and waiting in line to throw it out, something like that.
It's like a huge line just to throw food away.
Yeah. I mean,
It's a
there's
pretty nice place.
there's actually a lot of people here. Not evidenced by the 8 people who showed up.
Oh, okay.
Thing. So she goes back to her office, and you're almost beating her there because you left just immediately.
I like passed her down the hallway to her office as I'm walking.
Just like fast walking.
Yeah, she like looks at me, just goes straight by her. Then I like sit in the chair in front of it as she walks in.
You jiggled the door handle, and it was locked. You just didn't go in.
It reminds me of like when the bell rings at school and like kids like run past me. I'm not late if you're not in. It's like
Exactly.
you're the only one that
I'm
cares.
just imagining they're like a place is like, okay, we'll have an interview when we open, and you just kind of just like stand at the door outside, and then the person like that's gonna interview unlocks the door and walks in. That's not very funny, but it was funny to me.
That's exactly what's going on here.
Okay.
So she unlocks the door. She opens it. She kind of like she looks at you, and then she opens the door.
Yeah, and I walk in like right behind her. I don't even care about the 12 minutes, and I kind of just wait there.
So this is actually the first time you're in her office.
How did I know her? Okay, never mind. It doesn't
No,
matter.
but you knew where it was. Like you passed it.
Okay,
you
I
get it.
gotcha.
It's got like a nice little stone mantelpiece.
Gotcha.
Kind of on the wall.
Oh,
Well,
so it's her.
so their door says mom.
Mom. Mom.
Yeah,
Does it?
definitely. Arifa, mom of the entire Hamas.
Am I just bad at reading and like my nicknames for people just kind of become imprinted on anything that has their name? In my head, at least, or is that not really the case?
No.
No, that's
No,
not the case.
I mean I do have like visions because I'm the prophet.
Nope.
Yeah, I do have visions. Thank you, Nathan.
You have visions, but only whenever you're eating those mushrooms.
Yeah. I kiss my tattoo again of my my judge icon. Okay.
So she pushes out her little roll-out chair from her desk. She sits down. She goes, "Why does it have to be him?" And she
I come strolling in about this time.
She's like sitting here like on a computer, like looking over every once in a while, and then goes back to typing, looks at her clock, goes back to typing until
she's just waiting for everybody. And as you kind of come in, Satar and Babu kind of come in around the same time. A couple minutes later, she goes, "All right, now that you're all here, Satar, you know the can't think of the words. You know the organization you've been working to take down." Satar goes, "Oh yeah, that one that we took down the criminal a couple weeks ago." And then this is where in the TV show we flash back to that last episode.
Tatar actually said something.
Yeah, definitely.
Whoa.
We flash back to last episode where it was
His vow of silence is
a little
ended.
takeaway there.
Oh, the hour is up.
So
He's not very disciplined.
She gives you all a little run through the information that's come through. The criminal that Satar and Babuk took down whenever you guys were in transit has finally broken under interrogation, and Satar is going to be sent to collect and organize all the information from him. Babuk is going to be leading you two in infiltrating and taking down one of the organizations that he has kind of talked about.
Okay. That's here on the station?
Yeah.
Is it a criminal group?
Criminal group, yeah.
Okay.
Do they have a name? Is she gonna brief us, or is he briefing us? Or
He's going to brief us
oh, okay.
later.
All right.
All right.
I wasn't sure if this was the briefing or not.
So now if we could take a small break for me to prepare the rest of the information, because this is as far as I got prepared.
Okay.
Well, no, in this sort of... Like, I have a bunch of other stuff prepared, but I don't have a transition to it, was my problem. All right. So that's... I'm not the host here, Kale.
I am the host. Would you like me to pause?
Yeah. We're going to take a small break.
Yeah. Small break.
Small break.
All right, everyone. Yes.
We're
We're
very
taking a small break. We'll be right back in 5 minutes. Sound good? Or 10 minutes?
We're not
Which one do
gonna
you guys
kill the
prefer?
stream though, are we? We're just
No,
gonna...
of
we're
course
not.
not.
No.
We're going to put up
You
a
would never.
page that looks good and beautiful.
Oh,
Beautiful and good. Okay, hang on a second.
so we're not gonna like talk during the break or anything.
No.
If you guys want to, that might work. But I'd have to come and leave to prepare more information.
Hang on. Edit. Okay, yes. We shall be right back in a minute. Two. Okay, we're just gonna mute this mic, and I'm gonna put up a picture, and then we'll be back. Yeah.
Wow.
Toodles. Hello, everyone. We are back from our little mini break. 10 minutes, just as we said. And yeah,
I said 5 minutes.
It's been 10.
You're a liar.
It's been 5.
There you go. Just like we said.
Just like we said. Time isn't. Time
All right,
is
Zach,
not
take it
a
away.
thing.
S time. It can be altered however we want.
There you go.
Yes. All right. So where we just left off, you two have been introduced to the Haji, to the Hama, and to Market City. You've been working for a month, training for a week. Sorry. Again, S time can be altered however we want. You've been training during this week as well, and you've just been told to come to your commanding officer's office, where she also brought in your recruiters, Babouk and Satar, and informed all 4 of you that you will be put onto a new mission, which is very, I want to add, very prestigious for trainees, seeing as missions are usually assigned for more of the professional Haji members.
So we do know that, though?
Yes, you do know that.
prestigious?
You do know that. Like, you've
Okay.
been here for a week. You kind of have a general idea what's going on. So you kind of like, you're kind of happy about that.
Do we have this is so out of the question, so out of nowhere, do we have like watches by chance that are like holographic that like look awesome if we like look at it?
No.
No. Okay, never mind.
But
I was just wondering. I don't mean that. Sorry, I know
No.
it's out of nowhere.
that's part of technology that might come in. We'll find out.
Okay, cool.
So anyway, so she's told the the 4 of you about this interrogation and giving you kind of like the baseline information and your kind of basic assignment. And she says that Satar will go compile information that has been gathered from the interrogation, and you two will meet with him for your briefing. And with Babouk. Babouk clicks his teeth. So Satar leaves the room to go and compile this information, and you two kind of return to the barracks to kind of.
We're gonna have a briefing soon.
Yeah,
What
it's gonna
do
be probably an hour.
What do you think about this?
Just try not to get yourself killed.
You do the same,
All right.
please.
Babouk. About an hour later, Babouk walks into the barracks.
That's all we say. Then we would just kind of sit down and like do our own thing for an hour. So,
Yeah, you guys can add more to it. It's just downtime.
yeah. It was downtime.
I'm ready for mission.
Yeah,
All right.
exactly.
All right, so Babouk enters the barracks. You can know because every time he takes a step, he's clicking his teeth, just kind of like a happy little way.
What?
Exactly.
Oh, he's like smashing it into his gums.
It's like a
somewhere.
metronome.
That makes sense. It's like this constant clacking if he's not talking.
He kind of looks around, notices where you two are. A couple more people have entered the barracks since you were last here. Most are sleeping. And he kind of like gestures for you to come close. He says, "All right, Satar's got all the... I can't do the voice. Satar's got all the information. We're ready for the briefing."
I am ready for the briefing. Are you, friend?
Yep.
Let us hear the brief of ink.
All right, you two go downstairs into the common room. Satar's got like a nice little corner couch where he's got all the things laid out on the nice little table. You guys sit across from him. Babouk sits on the same side of the couch, kind of like leaning into it. He's really happy-go-lucky. Satar says, "All right, I'm gonna be staying back and getting more information done, and kind of telling you guys what to do via the communicators. I found this organization. They're known as the Silverlight Crew, and they've been kind of working in the shadows. They're not really too dangerous, but they are doing very illegal activities. We found one of their sort of hideout locations. It's a fight club, actually.
Oh.
So the interrogated criminal broke Rule 1, and we now know the location of this. I'm going to need you two and Babouk to infiltrate this organization, pose as interested members of the Silverlight Crew, and figure out kind of the layout of the room. If you can, take down any sort of organizers, officers, that sort of thing of the Silverlight Group, but without being noticed, preferably.
I will need a Dura sword for this.
We don't have that kind of...
I will need a Dura knife for this.
You have the baton.
Can I have a flashlight? I click the flashlight on my head. Never mind. And I turn it back off.
Satara looks to Babook. Babook just smiles. He's like, he's funny. Clicks his teeth a couple times.
I hand him a business card.
He takes the business card. He puts it in like a little stack of like 30 he's got on his side, on his, like a pocket.
Yes, hand those out to friends. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I'll stop.
He's gonna sell them an SB later when they're like super valuable.
Yes, they will be.
These are the, it's like Pablo Picasso. They
You
get
just keep
more and more.
hammering the nail in, and eventually it'll be in the wall.
Of course.
Not that it's a sign of progress, but... Go ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
All right. So the two of you are sent out, led by Babook, down through Market City. Let me find a map. It's back here, isn't it? Yeah, it is.
Coriolis Station, or Market City, sorry.
Which it's the closest thing to Market City because I don't have a map of Market City.
Yeah.
So just for you two right now, quick. So here's the Market Plaza. It's this big circular thing. You're kind of over in here. This is where the guard post is. You're being brought all the way down through this alleyway. I want to do that same sort of thing for the viewers at home. You can get around that chair. Tell me if it's good.
Yep, you're good.
Yep. All right. So they're around over here where the guard station is, and they're headed more kind of down this alleyway into some of the more rubbly, crashed areas. The kind of the cut in the ring is about down here.
Okay, perfect.
All right.
Thank you.
All right. So for this mission, you two have donned more kind of civilian clothing. You've taken off the Haji and Hama. You've taken off the Hama.
Like a shawl and a
the
overcoat
shawl,
and stuff.
Yeah, you've taken off your uniforms and put on more civilian clothing, which is like dringy and just kind of like low-lying robes.
Do I get to keep my baton on me?
Yes, but it's under like a lot of robe.
Okay, yeah, for sure. I look like a priest.
I wonder why.
Me
You've had to take off your exoshell and leave it behind as well, because you're going to be going into a fight club, and they're not going to like that. All right. Babook, who was put on a wig, and like a nice hooded robe. He's got the hood on. He's looking nice and comfortable. He's very happy. He's got his hands at his hips, and he's clicking his teeth as he walks.
Mm-hmm.
He brings you guys down the alleyway and up to a large, marginally sized, brown, dreary building with a singular guard out front. Just a couple people in groups along the alleyway. It's a very quiet corner of the Market City.
Okay. I say, man, it is mighty quiet around here. Isn't it? Isn't it, Liaison? I mean...
Me Lucky Charms.
These are...
Oh, sorry.
What shall your code name be?
Are we going like incognito for this?
Yeah, you're trying to infiltrate into this organization, but I don't think they'll know Liazar and Keen's name quite yet.
It doesn't matter. I want his code name.
Azim.
Azim? I shall be Misa.
Azim and Misa. Oh boy, that's more names for me to memorize.
Just write it down.
Yeah. Where's my pencil? Here it is.
How does that sound?
We
Azim.
should have an expo marker.
I do have one, but
How does that sound, Azim?
I can see it.
Good.
We are twins.
So we got Ozzy and
Brother.
Shall we do like the future handshake?
Future Handshake.
The sand shake.
Yeah, I think they hook
The
thumbs.
S Handshake.
Yeah, we do like the bird thing.
There
Ozzy
we
and
go.
what was it?
It's awkwardly too sensual.
We've already forgotten.
What?
Ozzy and who?
Azim.
Azim
Azim.
and Misa. I'm Misa. It just spelled backwards is what it is. So.
Yeah. What do they call it, like race car where you have the four?
Yeah. Except that it's not a palindrome, but.
Yeah. Well, together we make up a palindrome.
Yeah, and Babook is Azim Miza.
What? No. He's like, I want to be part of this.
Azim Miza and Azim Miza. Yes. So the three of you.
We're all
Yeah, right, that
brothers.
was
We have to be brothers here.
None of you look the same, but it's close enough.
We're cousins.
Literally, Babook's teeth were so bad they all rotted out, and now he's just like rocks. And then you have him, who's like very professional and I'm weird. Like you have each like end of personalities all together to make one unit.
This is beautiful.
Azim Miza, Azim Miza.
All right, so he's leading you to the front of this building, kind of like whispers down to Liazar. Goes, all right, this is where they should be, the Silver Light. So we're gonna need to kind of keep quiet and just follow me.
Yes, sir.
All right, Azim Miza comes up to the Babouk. Comes up to the guard and says, he scratches his nose and says, "We're here for the entertainment."
I wink.
There's a couple of winks.
My favorite NPC.
Oh wow! Okay, he critically succeeds.
At what? Saying hello?
Yeah,
like, dude, that was such a good greeting.
yeah.
Thank you.
The guard is like taken aback by just how beautiful Azim Miza is. He goes, "All right, right this way, sir." He opens the door without even like a second
He
thought.
only sees one person, and then two more just trail behind him and come in.
It's like,
oh wait, what?
This person must be my boss. Here's my way into my secret hideout. He opens the door. The guard is just perfectly keen to let this guy in.
And us.
And you two.
Yeah, see.
So he lets all of you in, and you're kind of into an airlock kind of setup, and the door across is actually just already open anyway.
Oh, okay.
So through that door is kind of a dark room, and another door. This one's closed, and you guys open it.
I'll let him open it.
I'm like standing here, like just looking around, realizing no one else will. So I take the initiative.
Yeah.
And I open the door.
All right, Azim. As you open this door, you are greeted by
I'm
blind.
Miza. He's Azim.
Oh,
Yeah. Nice try.
let me just.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said that. Yes. Miza does what?
You did this to me, Kale. Miza. All right. As you open this door, Miza, you open this door, and you are immediately blinded by a spotlight just perfectly centered on whoever's opening this door's face.
I see the light. I see the light.
And as the door opens, all the people in this room would hear a bunch of just a loud cacophony. That's the word, yeah, of sounds that were previously inaudible. It seems the door itself and the walls are soundproof.
Is it like a party?
No, well, there's a lot of cheering, a lot of jeering, a lot of breaking bottles,
Leering, a lot of cheering, jeering, and leering.
a lot of leering, a lot of peering, and
terribly bad looks.
There's a little bit of searing, even a grill. So, you're greeted by this blinding light. You kind of have to put your hand out to block it from going blind.
Yeah.
And you look out and you see this large circular group standing over a hole that you're kind of elevated so you can kind of see down, but all you see is just a wall of the hole.
Okay.
On the right side, the farthest right, it's probably 20 feet back. It's a pretty 20 feet's not actually that big. 40 feet back. It's a pretty large room. In all directions.
Full of people, I'm guessing.
Yeah, it's full just to the brim of people around the circle.
Okay.
But there's kind of some space around the corners. And then on the far right is this what kind of looks like a bar sort of thing. And on the far left is another sort of bar, but with kind of a reception area kind of look. The entire area is just covered in different reds and blacks of painted kind of sheet metal kind of appearance.
Okay.
And it's built out of all this sort of different pieced together kind of things, woods and that sort of stuff.
What is the general, what is the general economic status that people look? Do they look poor? Do they look rich? Do they look middle class?
There's some,
in general.
There's some good disparity, but for the most part, it's poor criminal-looking people with a couple lower middle class, and then a very small amount of.
And they're probably in their own separate area.
Not their own separate area, but it's kind of the higher middle class, not really like rich looking, but they're like clean. And
Yeah. Are they kind of all like together, or are they just kind of scattered
they're
throughout?
close, like very close to the circle. Like they get front row seats, but there's no seats.
Okay, that makes sense. So they kind of stick together in their own like groups, if that makes any sense. You know,
they're kind of there with
yeah,
friends.
Yeah, so they still think that the people like around them are lower class.
Yes,
you know,
exactly.
Like, they think down. Okay, that's kind of what I was checking. You know, if they're intermingled or not. Okay.
Right.
I think I like beckon them to like go over to like the reception area.
All right.
Is at least where I start heading. You guys can do what you want, of course.
All right.
Azim.
What does Babook do?
Babook's kind of like looking about, trying to get a sort of lay of the land, but he's kind of following with you two, just kind of see what's going on. See what
I
you
think
guys
I'm gonna
do.
wander over to the pit,
All right.
like where all the audience are. Like,
So Babook, he kind of like nods. And he goes, "All right, we're gonna just kind of make ourselves comfortable."
Can you get one of those?
what for?
I would like a plot twist card to hold.
To hold.
Do I have to spend an extra to actually use it, or no?
Nah.
No. Okay. You shall, my friend.
All right. So that will be in your favor when you play it, no matter what it is.
Okay.
Unless I deem completely otherwise, but that's going to be like a very rare occurrence.
Do you want to explain what we just did?
Oh yes. Okay. What I did was I spent a currency that we have an infinite amount of. We basically can change the odds of any kind of event in some way to our favor, or use some kind of ability, and we can give him darkness points. I believe it's 1 to 3 at any given circumstance. Correct? Or can it go higher than 3?
It's darkness points are for re-rolling.
Yeah.
Darkness points can be used for rerolling, but also we can use them for special things like
So-
my talents and stuff.
No.
Oh, I thought you could use my judge talent, and then you get 3. Right? From the icon?
No.
Because I can use that once a day or whatever.
No, I
Something
don't.
like
I don't think there's any darkness points tied to that.
Oh, okay.
There's darkness points in the game
Sorry.
mechanically work with mystic powers, and if like you witness
Yeah, that's what it is. Not
certain
talents, yeah.
events, but the players themselves can just add more darkness points to my pool. Currently, I have about 9, I think.
Oh god. Oh my god.
Um,
I do so much
And
twist
then
with that.
you need to explain what the plot twist cards are.
If they commit crimes or that sort of thing. Plot twist cards are a homebrewed kind of thing. They're from Pathfinder, right?
Pathfinder, yes.
And we've kind of shoehorned them into
Our entire Wayward Dice just campaigns in general.
because we find them really fun.
Yeah,
in that way.
it's not really it's something very unique to our channel, I believe.
Yeah.
That I haven't ever seen anywhere else. And yeah, it's pretty common.
Yeah, we use them less mechanically and more just for the storytelling aspect.
For
And
fun.
in this Coriolis campaign, we've had it so they can pay me 1 darkness point to use a plot twist card that will work in their favor, and I can use a darkness point to also use a plot twist card that will work against them. He's going to be holding on to that and using it whenever he sees fit, and that's about it.
Yes, I did what you think I did. I did exactly what you think I did.
I don't know what that means, but
I
okay.
smelled it. Yes.
All right, so that little tangent aside, Babook has kind of nodded whenever you two kind of went off in these sort of separate directions, and he decided to head off to the bar-looking area to kind of get a lay of that area.
Okay.
So
do
we're
we
gonna
have, do we have communicators so we can talk to each other?
not like in the ear, but they're like phones.
Okay, cool. I'm sitting here looking like I'm just on my phone. I'm not really talking a lot, you know, but so like someone won't like bother me out of nowhere.
All right, so whenever you walk, so you're walking like towards the reception looking.
Yeah, I'm kind of like skirting around the I guess the audience of people, the crowd of people, you know. I'm kind of like going around them and getting
Can you
there.
make me a very just quick like 1 dice roll?
Yes, it's a 5.
All right. So as you're walking around the audience, you see like out of the corner of your eye a large glass of just empty glass come out of the air and just kind of crash right in front of you. It originates from the audience, but luckily it doesn't hit you.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah. Shattered glass kind of like goes everywhere, but luckily you're unscathed. You're like, okay. But
yeah, go ahead.
as you near this reception bar area, somebody kind of like jumps, not jumps onto the bar part of it, but like jumps forward in their little box and says, "Are you here to make a bet?"
I forget what event I'm betting on. Could you explain what's going to happen soon, please?
How can you forget?
I'm sorry. It's been a while since I've been to one of these events, you know?
He gestures behind him, and there's this big sort of digital display. It says Silverlight Standings. And on it is a sort of a tournament bracket-looking shape.
Okay, yeah.
And on each side, there's two different names. The first one says Tiger in sort of an Algol dialect. And then the one under it, and these are like glowing just a bit to signify, and they're the only ones that are glowing. It's just the first on the top left. And it says Tiger, like I said, in Algol dialect.
Yeah.
And below it says elephant in a different, let's go with, I can't think of a dialect on the top of my mind.
Coriolis dialect.
Just
call
call
it
Kuin.
Kuin. Okay.
Kuin.
I'd say, which of these is the worst odds?
He kind of goes, well, Tiger's been doing pretty good in the fights recently.
Then I'll bet on elephant. How much bird do I have?
I think you got like 5. I don't know. I think you don't have any.
Now I have 0. I bet all the bird that I had.
All right, we're gonna say you had 6 just from being within the.
Is there like a minimum bet of like 10 or something?
No, you're fine. You got 6.
Okay.
All right.
And will this be automatically loaded if I win?
What?
Will that be automatically loaded if I win? Onto my burr?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I don't know why I didn't think that. Yeah. All right. 6 burr on elephant.
Yes. Now, are
You
there
got
free
5
drinks
to-
with this event?
What?
Are there free drinks with this event?
He goes, of course there are.
Okay, thank you.
So you got 5 to 1 odds on elephant. You can go watch the fight that's going on right now. All right. So now going over to Liaison, as you kind of near this sort of audience, this is going like comic book time. So this is like about the time that the bottle's going over his head. You're kind of like pushing your way into the audience, and are you trying to push your way in, or are you just going like?
Yeah, I want to go up like to the edge, like of the ring.
So you're kind of pushing your way, and people are kind of like pushing back, but you make your way through. Give me a quick force check, real quick.
Oh, jeez, you're really fighting your way through it. Nathan, remember you rolled 20 dice with force.
Yeah, 6.
You got a 6? Yeah, no, you're fine. So, like, people are kind of, like, trying to shove back, but then most of them, whenever they kind of get a glance of you, they see, you know, this kind of towering soldier person just kind of standing there. They go, okay, and kind of take a step out of the way, kind of let you through, but you're kind of getting a little bit of pushback. Eventually, you make your way to the edge and kind of lean over to get a view of what's going on. And below you see just this massive, like, really, really big guy who's covered in different kinds of muds. Just kind of, I can't think of the word, pounding and pummeling into this guy with his bare fists. Another guy just under him. And it looks very gruesome. There's kind of actually gore starting to pop out.
Pop out. Oh.
Yeah.
God, such a word for the word. Ugh. Oh.
And as you're watching this,
Okay.
you'd hear on a sort of a PA system close by, and you'd hear a sort of a radio kind of voice go, "An elephant's finally gotten Tiger down on the ground. He hits him back with a haymaker, and ooh, that's not gonna be very good."
You're quite the commentator for boxing, I gotta say.
It's not really boxing per se.
Okay, cage fighting. Sorry. Yes. Yeah. Very unprecedented.
And like you're watching this, you can tell that it's not a haymaker because the guy's on the ground. You can't really do a haymaker from there.
It's like.
But you're like, well, it's got the general shape, the general following of one. You're just kind of watching this guy get beaten, and whenever you're watching this, you hear the person kind of like on the other side of the circle from you go, come on, Tiger! And he just throws a bottle up into the air, and that's whenever it, comes over and hits the ground next to you.
Oh. Wait, how? You said this is 40 feet, so I guess the middle of the circle is 20 feet. So this guy he's like, oh, come on, Tiger, and he just chucks a bottle, like,
yeah,
20 feet away from him?
It's an empty bottle, and it's pretty light.
I mean, yeah. Can I use my cat-like reflexes and retcon to catch it?
No.
I'm kidding.
Anyway.
Yeah, okay. So I guess.
So now we're kind of.
Wait. So I bet on a fight that I was pretty much already going to win the money on after he'd already been beating the crap out of him.
No, this is.
So they didn't close bets beforehand?
This is something that they gotta like walk over to, kind of thing. So you got pretty good time.
That makes sense.
So you're gonna have 40 burr in just a few seconds.
30 burr. 5 to 1 odds.
Oh,
6 is
I don't know.
I'll take 40. Sure,
No,
10 extra for my first bet. Sure,
No,
I'll
you
take
get
it.
30.
Ah,
All right.
darn it.
All right. So now we're caught up
Just stuck with it. I'm
to
sorry.
the same time here, and you're watching as this man just keeps on keeping on, just pummeling and going, and he just it's all this viscera. And back to you. You're kind of
I actually go by the bar and grab like a margarita.
So you're going all the way over to the bar. It's a pretty leisurely walk, I guess, in the middle of this fight.
I like watch the burr fill up on my handheld. It's like, yes, give me more.
All right. So as you're walking past the circle to go over to the bar where Babouk is, you kind of catch like through the audience. You get the the sight of the back of Azim's head, and you can see somebody kind of rush up behind him, and the crowd's kind of becoming a little bit more dispersed.
Behind Azim?
Behind Azim.
Okay.
You can see somebody rush up behind him, and you can't really tell what's going on, but all of a sudden Azim...
I slow-mo grab my phone as I see this guy run up behind him. Okay.
So as you're hearing this very slow-motion Azim in your ear, you'd feel somebody from underneath you try and pick you up and like lift you with very... I don't know,
I mean, this man has cat-like reflexes, you know.
I'm trying to think of the word. Unprecedented strength, I guess.
Oh God.
Well, I'm over by the ring side.
Yeah, you're over by the ring side. Like you're
strong.
looking over the ring, kind of getting a sight on this.
I like
you
to
feel
think-
this person from behind you trying to pick you up from below, not like below your legs, but like kind of around your waist.
Okay.
And he like tightens
He's
and
gonna
tries to
suplex him and just throw him over top of his back.
not quite a suplex. He's trying to push him over
Oh,
So-
Into the ring.
into the ring.
Oh, see, I like to
Can I
think the
latch
ring is
onto
a
the guy and
hole.
just bring him in with me?
You can, yeah, if you want to.
Okay.
Yeah.
So make a strength check real quick.
I actually have a question real quick. So this ring, is it like a hole in the ground that has like a ladder to climb up, so like he'd fall
Not
down?
a ladder to climb up.
Or is it just like there's just like a ring, you know, like with like the bars and he's throwing him into the ring?
Yeah,
like,
it's got like sort of a.
How high up is the ring? I guess is my question.
Oh, it's probably like 10 feet.
Got two
10 feet in the air, or
No,
10 feet down?
down. It's
Okay,
below.
yeah. So it's
like
exactly how
10
I
to
thought.
15 feet above.
Okay, so it's exactly how I thought it was. It was just like
You got 2 sixes?
Okay, yeah, people are above him.
This guy got oh, he got 2 sixes.
Oh,
So since he's on the defense, he's gonna he lifts you up and starts to throw you over. And we're gonna
Wasn't he attacking me? So am I not in the defense?
Oh yeah, that is a good idea.
counterattack.
I mean, if we both have the same score, can we just not just like lock arms and just go over?
Yeah,
Yeah.
So-
like neither of you go over. Like,
No,
So-
go over. Just go over together.
yeah. So
Okay.
he picks you up and starts to throw you over, but you manage to like grab him by the back of his. I can't think of a
Excellent.
word for
His suit.
rope.
Just
Yeah, just
his-
for the back of his robe,
his apparel.
and you pull him with you
I
using
thought
all
you were
of your
gonna say
weight.
mullet.
The back of his mullet.
Oh,
You just scalp him with your weight.
That's honestly grabbing the back of his mullet is worse than gore. Watching as gore comes out of someone.
Well, yeah, because a mullet is worse than
Being-
gore, Kale.
Well, I mean, honestly, just imagine
Some
my hair getting
circles.
pulled is worse than getting your face bashed. Okay, continue.
No, but so you grab him, you pull him over. You're both like tumbling down, and you can hear as you start tumbling down the announcer on the PA system go, and we seem to have 2 new volunteers in the ring.
I bet. I instantly. I think I can. Can I see the hole? Can I see down there?
You see the 2 fall off, but you're not.
Oh,
at the
oh
edge
yeah, I
of the
see
ring
him.
yet.
I turn around and I like sit my daiquiri, and I'm like, I would like to put 30 burr on the. I start thinking to myself, really, really heavy, and then I think back on how you lost that working out thing, and I'm like, I'm going to put 30 burr on the challenger that fell in first.
All right. He goes, ooh, on the challenger, you
Yes.
say.
How much? What are the odds?
Let's find out.
Oh jeez.
He kind of looks. He looks down to the
Both of
Group
them.
below.
I'm guessing the other guy's a lot more bulky than him because he like literally picked up his full body and
Yeah.
did that. Okay.
so the guy who lifted him up isn't actually all that bulky, but you could definitely tell there was something kind of cheesy about his
He's
physical
probably
shape.
got like a mech. He's probably got like
He doesn't have an
arms
exo
and
because
stuff.
they're not.
Yeah,
yeah.
cybernetic arms. Okay, yeah, go ahead.
They're not allowed. But
Oh.
he kind of looks down to the other reception people and goes,
Uh-huh.
"So what's the odds on the two challengers?" And one of the reception people goes, "We just got we're gonna say a 7 right now."
7-1.
Yeah.
What? Which one's 7? Which one's 1? What?
No, for the challengers, like both, because they're technically a team tandem.
Oh, they're working together to fight this one guy.
Not necessarily,
Oh, okay.
but they're regarded as a team in
Would
terms
like
of
to put
betting.
30 burr on the challengers.
All right, he takes your card, he swipes it, and
Thank you. And can I please also have another free drink? Gives me a coupon. Here you go, man.
he hands you a coupon.
Oh, okay.
Yes. All right. So now you've fallen down into this this rink that you just saw the elephant, as his name is, beating Tiger to death, and you've fallen down there
Did he
with
kill
another
him?
man.
Did he kill Tiger?
Oh, definitely.
Oh god. So Tiger's just in a pool of blood. His face is really deformed.
It's
the
kind
elephant-
of just mush at this point.
Oh my god, it's much worse.
Yeah.
Worse than getting your hair pulled. I mean, okay.
So anyway, you land. Do a quick little. Nah, you're fine. You land kind of like on your side, and kind of use the guy to break your fall. And lucky for you, that actually not lucky for you. That doesn't damage him.
Wait, but they're working together.
No, they're not. The guy. You can kind of
both of them.
you get a kind of a look at him. And you can,
Oh, 1v1v1. Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
it's a 1v1v1, but the betters don't know that. They just know it's two people.
Okay, that makes sense. Gotcha. So I actually have better odds than. Okay.
So anyway, you kind of like get a look at him as you're kind of pulling yourself back, and you see this this dark guy with just the name, or with just the word "Tomb" T-U-M tattooed on his forehead, and he stands up and goes to just give you a nice little kick.
Just a nice kick.
Just well,
Just like
a strong kick.
Just like a pat.
An increasingly aggressive as he reels up soccer kick.
Oh man.
So he's gonna make a quick little. Let's find the.
Wait, wouldn't they roll initiative?
Oh yeah, that is a thing. So yeah, roll initiative.
Can I just let him go first?
Yeah.
What?
I'm just gonna stand up and like let him attack
Your
me.
elite training has taught you to watch your foe first.
Yeah. All right. So let me find the stats. All right.
I guess you would still roll initiative though, because you could just bump your initiative down.
I'm just gonna bump it down anyway.
But there are 3 people.
All right. So he goes to give you a nice little
Fair.
soccer kick. Oh, he does get a crit. Well, actually, I
Oh
think
god.
unarmed doesn't do.
Unarmed 3. It takes
Yeah,
3
unarmed
dice.
3,
It takes
yeah.
3 extra successes to make
Yeah.
a crit.
No, he just does a 2. I don't know what that. I
Oh,
forget
you
how
have a
that
stun
works.
baton. Jeez, you could just zap him.
Yeah. So he kicks you.
How many 6s did you roll?
2 6s.
Okay, so the first 6 does 2 damage for unarmed, and the other one adds an extra damage. So
Right.
3.
Okay. Yeah, it's been too long since I've done combat here. All right, so he's got nice little.
Would they have been able to provide me with protective clothes, or probably not? Or
No, you just got your normal civilian clothing on.
Oh, that sucks.
All
for
right.
him, because I pull out my 2 Vulcan pistols.
Oh no! You have pistol. Is that illegal? No, you want. It's probably not.
Yeah, but I didn't enter voluntarily,
No.
You didn't. You're right.
so I'm gonna defend myself.
Yeah, you got all the right. Plus, it's kind of an illegal fighting ring. They're kind of fine with everything. So you pull out your 2 Vulcan pistols. At this point, Elephant kind of like looks around at this, kind of commotion. And as you're pulling them out, you can now make your
Attacks.
2 different attacks. I'll give you. Yeah, you're fine. Go for it.
Here we go. Nathan, when you roll your equipment different than your... Never mind. 1 6 and...
I'm gonna push this roll.
Right.
You want to keep all of your 1s from prior?
Oh,
There was 1-1. It was a blue. Yeah.
2. So both pistols strike home. They each do 2 damage.
All right.
At this point, I'm like trying to approach, and I'm still sipping my second daiquiri. I'm holding 2 daiquiris, and I'm sipping one, and it's strawberry, and then the other one is Nathan, give me a random flavor.
Grape.
It's grape flavored. It's just wine.
It's
I know nothing about alcohol drinks, so.
No, the bar is called the Daiquiri Factory.
Oh, that's more fancy. See, I think I got a get one free and then get another one free coupon, right? Is that what that was?
Sure.
Okay. Sorry.
Get 2 free. That's just what that is.
Yep.
So you shoot him, and your Vulcan like rockets kind of like tear through his arms, and as they kind of exit the other side and explode into the wall, you'd see kind of electrical sparks coming out.
Which is enhanced.
Yeah, he's definitely enhanced.
Ooh,
but he's
enhanced performance.
He like looks down to his arms like he's already shrieking because you just shot him like both shoulders. He's like, oh god.
He's shrieking, oh god.
Yeah. Oh icons! Oh icons! He's like reeling back, just terrified now because he pulled out 2 pistols and he did not expect that.
Can I get in the ring?
Yes, you can jump down in the ring.
Don't worry. I shall save you! And I hop down and I try to land on top of Tomb.
So hold on, give me a force check real quick first.
Oh, geez, I actually rolled quite a few dice for that. Great. 1 success.
All right, so you do manage to actually like push your way through the now enthralled audience.
Okay, yeah.
Because they're very interested in this this big fight. They're
and
like shouting, they're all riled around, all excited.
Okay.
You do manage to get up on a sort of a guard pole and make sure nobody falls in. It's good to see how effective that was.
Okay.
And you jump down into the ring. Are you jumping like onto somebody?
I'm jumping on top of Tomb.
On top of Tomb.
Yes.
All right. So I'm gonna say make it unarmed just for the you're actually landing on somebody there. Make an unarmed roll.
An unarmed roll?
Yep.
Sure. And there's no bonus. Can I actually use my... Oh, never mind. Yeah, because I think I'm grappling. 1. Cool. I deal 2 damage.
2 damage.
Yes,
All right.
and land on top of him.
That actually... Oh, yeah, it's 7. All right, so that's enough to knock that boy down. You land on him, and he crumples beneath you in a loud shriek.
I look super cool as I do it.
Was there somebody else down in here?
Yeah,
Yes,
the
there's the
elephant guy. Who's more terrifying. I'm gonna look... Can I look over and say something?
Yes.
Like, I bet on you, and I won. And I'm just like sitting here, like, I think, would I have blood on my hands because I just now like landed on top of someone's head?
No, you wouldn't. You like landed on him like piggyback style.
Is he dead or is he like
No,
knocked out?
he's knocked out.
Oh.
Though he might be dying pretty soon.
I definitely have a ritual where I snap people's necks. I'm pretty sure.
It's definitely a thing.
But yeah, go ahead. I'm looking at combat. Again.
So you got like this whole rink is made out of like sand, and there's brown walls going up, and in the center of it now is Elephant, the now defending champion of the arena. And you can hear on the PA system, "Ooh, we've just got another competitor jumping down and finishing off one of the first 2."
I have a question. Did Tomb use his? Did he use his all of his action points last turn?
We're gonna say yeah.
Okay. Because one thing about it though is if an enemy hits you, you can actually neutralize one of their 6s if it's melee combat, which is really cool actually. For defending,
He's already unconscious.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying, whenever you test melee combat, you can decrease damage with one fast action thing, which is just something I just noticed. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
You both hear clicking from your communicators as Azimiza, or Babouk, comes over the communicator and says, "What are you 2 doing?"
Not now. And I hang up.
It's a great
you
way
can
to
answer if you want. I mean,
I've got
it's
pistols
like an
in both
open
hands, so
it's
I
like
can't
an
really
open
answer.
walkie channel.
All right.
Is the elephant actually like going to attack?
He stands up and he's walking towards you very aggressively.
Oh, God.
I've got both pistols pointed at him.
Is he assertively walking?
He's assertively walking.
Okay.
So even with both pistols, does he keep walking towards me?
Is there intimidation? I don't think it's a thing.
Yes.
There's
it'd be like manipulation.
Yeah, manipulation.
manipulation. Yeah, do a manipulation.
I'm good at manipulation. I'm very good at manipulation. Oh, wow, okay.
2 successes.
All right. The elephant, he like takes a step and then you get the pistols out towards him and he goes, takes a breath and goes, ah.
Is that considered Overwatch fire? Like if he does anything, then you can shoot at him, or are you gonna take your turn to kill him?
And he just looks over at the where the announcer is, which is like this sort of alcove in the wall. He goes, I'm gonna concede.
I look up and I say, can he concede if we want to kill him?
He sure can, says the PA guy.
But what about the tiger? He died.
Yep.
Does this mean I get my burr?
Is there a way out, like a ladder?
Yeah, there's kind of like Coliseum style walk archways. That's what those called.
So I go through an archway.
Yeah, you can go through an archway to get out.
You're like, oh wait, there's a door. Instead of killing
Once
the guy.
he like turns away where he's not gonna attack me, then I go through the nearest archway.
All right, so you holster your Vulcan pistols.
No, definitely not.
No? All right, you got them both out.
I'm ready to kill whatever's in
as
there.
soon as he
so
leaves, I say, I am the sole survivor. And then I look at my burr and I see if it went up very much.
Yeah, it did go up
7 times, or did it go up higher than that?
So you put 30 on there. You had 7 as your odds.
So 210 burr.
Yeah, 210 burr.
Yes. Now I can buy 15. Now I can buy 21 burgers.
You are now making some good money. So
I walk away. We shall definitely come back to this.
No, you won't. Your whole job's to take this thing.
Oh wait, hang on real quick. What was our original mission again?
We're supposed to infiltrate. And
infiltrate.
Instead we were like dumped into the center stage.
We literally went from infiltrating to becoming like the
Members.
stars of the show, I guess.
Yeah, to some extent. All right. So let me get that. All right. So you're walking towards this sort of behind you. There's the big archway, and you exit through there. And the elephant kind of creeps behind you, kind of scared to make sure you don't turn around and shoot him.
Oh god, we've really struck fear to his heart.
Yeah, you've stricken fear to a lot of people's heart. Most people just go in with their fists.
Yes. That's
No,
what I was saying.
If you would have asked nicely, or in the words of Andre the Giant, sportsmanlike.
Yeah, that's exactly what's going on.
Then I say, "Can I speak to the manager here?" Like after I get out.
Who do you? Well, no, you're.
The announcer guy. Before I leave the ring, I'm like,
Okay,
"Can I
before
speak
you
to
leave,
the manager?"
You can speak to the manager. The announcer goes. And just kind of shrugs.
It's like, I wasn't prepared for this question.
We don't.
No.
No.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna say no.
Oh, okay. And then I like.
All right, so you
Walk
two
away.
go through the archway, and it goes for a couple feet, and there's 2 different staircases going up and around, back upstairs into the normal area, the audience area.
Where we were before.
Yeah.
Are you sweating?
No? Are you hot?
No. I'm not asking you. I'm not asking.
Oh, is my character?
Yeah, I'm asking for character
Oh.
sweating.
Right.
Because I don't think that I am. Because I literally just jumped down.
No, I just shot a
and then
guy
I
and then
walked
you
out.
like landed on him.
Like, you didn't get nervous or anything?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, I just like to think that you're definitely way more fit than me and deserve to be like that. But
I've been letting you win in training.
Oh, okay, that's what it is then. It's just been you letting me do it.
Yeah, well, obviously.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I would never like fail.
Who's better at I'm better at melee.
Yeah, it's because I shoot things.
Yeah. Shoot things tends to be more effective than
I bring guns to a fist fight. Remember, or did you miss that part?
I have a question.
Yeah.
Can I have an impromptu like melee weapon, that's just like one of my talismans? Can I use a talisman as a melee weapon to bonus one of my rolls?
I mean, there was a person stabbed in Florida with an alarm clock a few days ago, so I'm gonna say if you try hard enough,
Cool.
sure.
I'm gonna, over the course of like 15 sessions, be making my own weapon.
All right. I don't think we're gonna have 15 sessions in this first little chapter.
All right, fleeting glimpse of my
Fleeting glimpse.
in my favor.
In your flavor.
In my flavor.
In your flavor.
In the flavor of my favor.
So, as you're leaving through this Colosseum style archway, you see running up the stairs, kind of like there's a guy peeking around.
Okay.
This one of the staircases. You see another guy, and he's got a bald hair. He's got a bald head, dark skin, and also tattooed on his head is just the word tomb. And he starts running away as fast as he can.
Which way did he go?
Up.
You're right. Up the staircase.
We just killed him. Let's go kill him
No,
again.
it's a different one.
Oh.
The one that you killed had like kind of a lighter style skin.
Gotcha. Okay. Let's go get him. And I start just like running way too fast. Like nonsensically.
Give me dexterity real quick.
And then where's Babook? What's he doing?
Babook is making his way to one of the staircases to kind of like collect you guys.
Okay. I'm gonna walk over to join Babook.
I did not succeed in dexterity.
Alright.
Careful what you're spinning there.
Okay.
Alright, so you guys go up which staircase? Left or right? You're going right because you're
Mm-hmm.
chasing him. Are you going up the left or?
I went to Babook, so I don't know what
Alright,
he's
so you're
doing.
gonna go to the left. Like you get on your communicator. It's like, where do I come out? It goes, to your left.
So I couldn't see him?
No, you couldn't see him
Oh, okay.
because
Alright,
you're kind of underground, kind of style.
I
Yeah,
thought
that
I
makes
was
sense.
up with in the audience.
Oh no, you've already gone up there. Then yeah, no, you're.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna chase after.
Then you're already with.
Was Babook in with the audience still?
Yeah.
Or no?
He was
Yeah, I
with
was
the
gonna
audience.
join him in the audience.
Yeah, no, you're fine then. You got.
Yeah, I go after the guy on the right, and I say something on the communicator. I say, "Hey, I'm chasing this man. Bye."
So yeah, you go. So you're on your communicator. You say, you chasing.
I'm
the
chasing this man. Bye.
Guy. All right. Babook looks over. He pulls out his own communicator. And goes, "Who are you chasing? What are you?" And he would see the person run and immediately leave or go towards the exit.
Is it the exit from the stairs or
The
the exit
exit
from the
from the
whole
building.
building?
He's already made his way up the stairs. He's
Okay.
How far away is he from me? Feet?
pretty far away. Like, let me think. So he's probably like 20 feet, maybe 30 feet ahead of you. Because he's making very fast strides forward.
How far can I run?
It doesn't work that way.
Yeah, no.
How far can
It's
I
probably
run?
short range.
It does work that
You're
way,
like at the
though.
top of his...
It does work with you. How far can I run?
I'm not prepared to answer this question.
Oh,
He's running away and you're
Yeah,
running
he's running
towards him.
away.
yeah, I'm
So
running
you-
towards him.
Like, by the time you get to the top of the stairs, he'd probably be out the building.
Okay, I'm going to run out the building after him.
Babook and... are you going to chase after the two?
Yeah, I'll probably, if both of them leave the building, I'll be the last one out of the building out of the three of us.
All right. So, leaving through that area, you would...
It's like triple locks. Triple
yeah,
doors.
but there's only one... There's the door, and then there's the open one, and then the outside door.
Okay.
Yeah,
so
so
that's
as you kind of like run through that door,
Mm-hmm.
you see him leave through the front door, but you can't really tell which direction he's going. Like the door is closing behind. You see his foot close, or like leaving through the door.
I open it. Do I have something I can throw?
Uh,
Can I throw my baton?
no.
No. Do I have a talisman that I can throw? I did make a talisman.
You're going to throw it at him?
Yes.
Even though he's leaving?
No, but your
Yes.
talismans do give you like a little like sort of bless thing that give you. So we're gonna say that using kind of like the power in the talisman, you're able to just kind of like luckily as you're
So I
running
crush
after
the
him,
talisman in my hand and like become influenced in my head.
you see a rock as you're running after him.
Womb. Okay. Can I see him? Do I have a clear sight to throw the rock?
He's running down the alleyway, about to turn down another alleyway. To your
The
left.
judge. I critical hit him with that. I throw a rock at him.
Right. you use
Do I
it.
need? I think I
Just
still have
give
to
him a
succeed,
darkness
don't I?
point, I think. Or no?
Do I still have to succeed?
I'll look it up.
Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier about about using the talents for the judge thing. But yeah, so I throw my rock. Do I need to actually hit first though?
We're gonna
Okay.
find that in just a
Cool. We will find out.
Yeah, once per session gives the GM one darkness point.
Okay.
second. All right.
Do and I know that it's in
Automatic
secret.
critical when your attack hits.
Okay.
Hits.
Then what would that be? Would that be ranged combat or would that be melee? Since
That'd be
it's a rock?
ranged.
Ranged.
Because you're throwing it.
So it has to hit first.
Take another.
Oh, wait, hold on. That first one's to reroll, so you can't actually.
Oh, I actually have a question.
Yeah.
Since it's a rock, would I get any kind of bonus? Would it be
No,
considered unarmed?
it's
No.
it's just a rock.
It's unarmed.
Okay.
It'd be considered unarmed. Yeah.
You mean melee? I mean, sorry, range. Cool. I got 1/6.
So now you'd spend the other one.
Now
to
I
use your
insta
dodge.
crit on him.
You insta crit. All right.
Also, I pushed myself, so I believe that I take one. Do you take points from pushing stuff in this game? I forget. I cannot remember if that's.
I think
that
that's a mutant usually.
If it's not, yeah, I think it's mutant. Yeah, you're right, because it's something else.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's mutant.
So
anyway.
Yeah, so I push myself, throw the rock really hard.
So I want you to really quick roll a blue and one white. And which one do you want to be the den's place?
The blue have been lucky, so they are the
All right.
10th place. 56.
Uh,
Oh dear God, that's really bad.
so
I wish I would have chose white as the 10s though. 'Cause 65 would have been more insane.
that'd be a
It's
pierced heart.
insecure.
It just.
What's 56?
So you throw it,
Mm-hmm.
and it connects with his leg, and it's a very sharp rock that, like, luckily
Did it just
you were holding by the socket.
Burst his leg.
So as it just like cuts through, he falls to the ground. Let me roll a quick thing. Oh boy.
Oh wait, how much damage would that do? I guess 2 damage. The crit doing whatever damage.
He falls to the ground completely unconscious as you have just cut one of his arteries.
I see. I have captured him, and I run up and I put my head on the back of his neck and I like hold him really really tight. I don't
You
kill
put
him.
your head on the back of his
Oh
neck.
wait. I put my hand on the back of his neck and I hold it like absurdly tight, like really really tight.
All right.
Based on this, I think I'm actually pretty fairly strong, at least in like melee combat. So I'm tightly, very very tightly holding onto the back of his neck, and like I lift him up. And I look at his head.
All right. Looking at his head, he's got like just kind of a plain face, no sort of outstanding features, other than the fact that he has no outstanding features.
Okay, tomb, right? On the top of his
And
head.
tomb as a tattoo on the
Does
forehead.
he have anything in his pockets? Does he have any kind of like high
No,
tech
he's
stuff?
just wearing robes and pants.
I full body check him for anything.
No.
Okay.
His legs seem to be cybernetically enhanced, as you can see, like the artery you cut.
I was like, wait, hang on. I hit an artery on a cybernetically enhanced
Yeah.
leg.
No, it's cybernetically enhanced, not cybernetic legs. Like,
Okay, yeah.
They've got they've got sort
Basically,
of
it has
inner
like
workings.
skin, and then on the inside there are like some metallic components.
Yeah, it's assisted legs with
Okay.
cybernetics.
All
All right.
I guess they arrive at this time, right?
So as you're kind of like patting him over, Babouk and Liazar would manage to catch up.
Mhm.
And is there anything you kind of do other than go like, oh, you killed the guy with a rock?
No, I'm like keeping an eye out if there's like a bunch of people coming out.
Does he have a
of the,
communicator on his ear? Like, does he have like an earpiece or anything like that?
No. This guy's got absolutely nothing on him but the clothes on his back and the tattoo on his
Does he have
forehead.
a plug-in spot in the back of his neck where I can like click my
No.
S drive into him?
He doesn't have anything like that, no.
I guess actually I can use my communicator to talk to the girl, right? To the lady who set us on this mission.
Yeah, Rita.
Yeah. I'm gonna call her and I'm gonna say, hey there. So we've caught someone. I permission to turn him into a follower.
Permission not granted.
Okay.
He's,
We've
what do you mean by caught him?
tomb on top of the set. TUM.
T-U-M.
Yes.
She kind of like you can't really see this. She does something. You can
Okay,
hear
yeah.
the
Like a
communicator
sigh.
being put down for a second,
Okay.
and you can hear her kind of like taking a thoughtful breath. She picks it back up, other hand, so then the camera can see her face. Her beautiful, beautiful face. No, she goes, we've had a couple sightings of people with tomb on their forehead, but we just kind of figured it was a fad. Is there any sort of reason that's important other than just as a feature?
Someone else with the name Tomb tried to throw Azim. Even I don't think she actually knows the name Azim.
Who's Azim?
Liazar. Azim into the pit of fighting, and I jumped in, and we won.
You two were in the fighting pit.
Yes, I demand a raise, but yes.
She kind of like laughs a little and goes, all right, so you two have taken down 2 people with a tomb on their head.
Yes, but one of them was directly targeting Liaison.
Right. This is interesting. I want you two to... She kind of, like, thinks for a moment. I want you two to meet up with Sitar again and act on this Silverlight building however he sees fit.
Permission to execute?
What?
Permission to execute. This
The
man
mission,
is still alive.
Yeah, what? Then no. Take him in as a prisoner. We are a moral force, after all.
I'm very happy with taking in a prisoner. Thank you for this permission.
All right.
You getting me like heavily breathing into the phone mic? Like, thank you. Thank you.
No, anyway.
And then I hang up with the communicator. Anyway.
So she's now kind of giving you orders to meet up with Sitar and kind of give him the information, the sort of layout of the building, that sort of thing, and also take this man prisoner.
I might take my S rope.
S rope.
Which is basically just like bungee wrap, bungee cord, and I like very, very tightly bind his hands, and then I cover up the severed artery. Like I bind that as well, so he doesn't die.
All right.
You don't have metacurgy though.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I do.
There you go.
No, you don't.
I fail. Yeah, I fail.
Yeah.
It doesn't even matter. I can't even do it. I know.
So this guy's got like 5 minutes to live.
Well, I try to wrap it up really, really tight, but I think I just make it worse.
Yeah.
I wrap it up under the arteries, and the blood spurts out.
do you have any metacurgy?
I
by
do.
any chance? You do?
Yep.
All right. Give me a quick minute. Are you not going to save him?
No.
No. All right.
No, if it says Tomb on there, a guy named Tomb dumped me into a pit.
Yeah. So you're kind of like, no, I'm not a doctor.
Plus, I didn't bring my bag with me.
Azimiza?
Azimiza, yeah.
Azimiza. Will you heal this man?
Book just clicks his teeth and shakes his head.
Okay.
I don't know how. I don't know how.
I take the rock that pierced his leg, and I say, all morals aside, I did not like this man. And I hang up, and I take the rock.
You say that to nobody.
And I
'cause you
drop
weren't
the
actually
rock.
calling anybody.
I take the rock, and then I set the rock on the ground and leave him to die.
All right.
I don't kill him.
So I mean, he had 5 minutes to live anyway. He's bleeding profusely, just kind of unconscious.
Actually, I think I roll him over and like, can I wake him up from his unconscious state?
No.
Oh, well, I recite the holy icon prayer of the judge to him.
Can you give me an example of what that might sound like?
Which holy icon prayer did you recite?
The judge. No judgment will come. You shall pass and move on to the holy place from which you came. We all will do this, and in time, the world will know that I was never wrong, and that we shall always die. But we will die in the light of the judge. The way is known to me, and by me only, and I shall pass it on to you with this long phrase of singing, Alai humai gai dobai salava. And now you shall move on to the Holy Land, and I shall meet you there later with our followers. And I would like to like.
You hear Shatar clear his throat.
No, I take his blood from like my judge sign. And I like rub it on his forehead, but to where like so my tattoo's kind of imprinted, so like it just leaves the mark of the judge on his head. And by doing that, I kind of like. Does this work?
Yeah.
Okay, I seal his fate to a realm where all my followers will go when I die. It's in turn to the judge icon though. It's very, very like creepy to watch.
This is why you don't let your players play prophets.
Thank you. All right.
They make their own religion.
Yes, that's what happened. There were probably like 3 people there because the prisoners I killed. So.
Blood for the judge god.
That's why
why
I'm so good at melee combat because I've just. Okay, can I please roll to see how many people are sealed within the Tomb of Eternity?
I don't think that. I'm gonna roll to see if it's a real thing.
You just said yes.
I said you asked me if that works.
You said yes. You said yes.
You said, does that work?
You said yes, though.
All right. I got a 6. It's real. For you, at least.
How many people are in there right now?
6,000.
Oh my god.
That's why he was in prison to begin with.
There are other people spreading the word of the judge.
Where is this? What's the location called? Like, where do they go? What were you calling it?
I just called it the realm, like
Yeah, but give it a special name.
The Eternal Realm.
The Eternal Realm.
The Temple of the Eternal Realm.
The Temple of the Eternal Realm of the Judge. And
And
it
the
has
temple
like a T
is
for trademark.
the temple's made out of the bodies of the dead.
The
Oh
S
my
Temple.
God.
The S
But
Temple.
their souls are living within. Like,
Yeah,
like their
but their
bodies
souls are
have-
trapped inside their bodies, which make
Okay,
up the temple.
what did we call it?
Their body is a temple. after all.
The Temple of what?
The
Eternal.
The Eternal Temple of
No, Temple of the Eternal something or other, whatever you said.
The Eternal Temple of the Dead. The Eternal Temple of the
the
Judge.
Eternal Temple
The Judge's Eternal Temple of the Dead.
Temple of the Dead of the Judge. Sound good?
Yeah, it works.
Just, I believe there was another part in the other episode where I definitely had such a weird way of naming myself. Yeah.
So the more people you kill and send to the temple, the larger the temple gets over time.
Yeah. It, like they interbreed.
You're like working on the 4th annex right now.
I literally have just like there's this pile of like books that only I've written, like this weird script. Like after I read it, I can't read it because I didn't know what I was thinking of.
It's kind of like your happy place. Anytime that something's like really stressful is going on, you just like kind of like lean back, and then you're like
I can visit it. And can I please visit it at any time I'd like to? Like meditate and then
Yeah,
I
you just like
visit
kind
it.
of
In your
lean back
mind.
and think, and you're just in your mind. You just pop in, and there's just all these screaming people at you, very angry that you killed them.
So I really know that it's real, and so many people don't believe
There's
me.
not a choir, the walls cry out.
Okay.
You're like, peace.
It's like you crying inside,
Uh-huh.
but instead it's just screaming. That's why I'm so insane. Like, I love this. This
It's
makes
your
me so
fan
happy.
cave.
It's my man cave. I'm just people I've literally doomed to never go to heaven or hell.
It started with like a rabbit
Oh God.
when you were 3, and that's how you went on this whole.
Yeah, but I mean, I was born under the icon, so like,
It was an ass rabbit.
yeah.
It was an ass rabbit.
Does this work on robots?
No, they don't have souls. We don't believe in robots.
Zach, what about AI rights?
I'm a
Air.
big,
It's all around us.
I'm a big contender of AI rights, but not in this universe.
Okay. Continue. Sorry. Yes, I am listening, Zachary.
All right. So going back to the real world, I don't know, real world to you, and the other world to you.
Yes.
I'm not really sure how this is going to
This
work
is the
now.
underworld. The underworld.
The existence. So as you kind of like take this man's spirit with you, you kind of hear Sitar like clear his throat at the end of your prayer and go, "So, what happened?"
So.
And he's just kind of like not appeared, but none of you have noticed him there at the sort of end of this alleyway.
I check out. Oh yes.
I just tell him we were ambushed and knocked into the fighting ring where I gunned down a man, and he had a tattoo that said tomb, just like this guy here. Looks like they're both dead.
They put 2 minutes to.
So I believe we failed our mission.
Sitar shakes his head and says, "No, I think you've opened up something entirely different." He walks over, kind of like puts his hand on the now dead guy's head, kind of inspects him for a moment. Said, "You said that the other one also had tomb on the head? I've seen other people with a tattoo. Just kind of every now and then." Or like rubs his jaw and says, "I think we're onto something."
And?
I mean, that's all he has to say.
Oh. I thought it was like a dramatic ending.
I mean, that could be, yeah.
I think we're on to something.
I think we're onto something. Cue credits.
Is that really what you want to do?
Yeah, we should. This sounds like a natural.
Okay,
ending.
Zach.
All right.
Zach, do an epic. I think we're on to something,
All right.
and then you gotta.
He rubs his jaw and goes, "I think we're onto something."
And that'll wrap it up. Yay!
Written by Zach. Edited by...
Co-editors. Nathan, we are co-editors.
I'm not quite anything with you.
Nathan,
Yeah.
played by Nathan. And appearing as himself.
and
Kale.
Heinza played by what?
And appearing as himself, Kale.
I think Nathan appeared as himself. Didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
Nope. Okay. Cool.
Yeah. I think that's about all for today then.
Do you want to do a debrief or anything?
Yeah.
Or?
What did you like about the session, Nathan?
I was, when we were in the Fight Club, I was having all these like mental images of like Star Wars cantinas, the Fight Club, the movie. At one point, what was I thinking of? I don't know. I was just like all these like really famous movies I kept imagining all these like scenes, and it just got weirder in my mind. And then you were making temples out of dead bodies, so it just kept getting weirder.
It just kept on going in a really weird direction.
I mean, very, very vivid images, though.
Yeah.
Man's
That's
face
important.
turned to mush, you know? Yeah. I mean, as long as the theater of the mind goes on.
I don't know. That could have been more enjoyable, I think.
Sorry.
No, not
Well,
that.
I actually, going into it, I thought we were going to, like, enter in and we'd have to, like, strip to the waist and, like, leave my weapons behind. I was like, man, how am I going to get a weapon into the ring? So when I got tackled in the ring, I was like, oh, I'm bringing my weapons with me. So it actually worked out really well because I hadn't thought of a way to get him down there.
Oh,
Yeah,
wait.
I was going to have you guys stripped to the waist and all that.
Oh, were you? Okay, that's what I was trying to plan
But
for.
Babook got the critical manipulation. I was like, well,
Like, oh.
this is the thing
Yeah,
now.
see, my imagination there was whenever Babook said that, whenever Babook said that, my imagination was like you get invited to a wedding and then you take two friends and like it's like, oh, come on. You know, because that's a very unethical thing to do, you know.
I brought these totally not cops with me.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, hey, can I come to your wedding? It's like, yeah, sure. It's like, okay, and you just kind of show up with extra people, and then it's mean to turn them away.
Yeah, exactly. So, you know, you just come to a fight club and it's like, well, I guess these guys that we've never met before are coming in. Here, come to our illegal meeting. Couldn't possibly go wrong. Oh, all three of them were cops.
Well, no one knew that, though.
Yeah.
Did they?
No, they didn't know.
Cool.
Well, somebody knew.
Oh, no. I really honestly loved heading over to, just I guess walking around, as weird as that sounds. It was nice to, like how you kind of did, like, the time sequence. I thought it was pretty cool. How you, like, you know, how you explained what I did completely, and then what he did was actually in the past, and then it all lined up.
Oh, the comic book time part?
Yeah.
Which he does that a bit. So that's where I'm getting that most of it.
Yeah, and I thought it was pretty cool, because it's like, you know, he throws a bottle, and then you're like, at this time, a bottle flies in front of you. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, okay.
It's just a fun little thing to kind of give it
Mhm.
a
Yeah,
connected
I
feel.
really like that. And then whenever I walked over, I just thought it was kind of funny whenever, after I asked about the second time, and you're just like, and then the guy's like, oh, hey, you know, like, I just imagine, like, just a little booth, you know, like, sitting here, you know, like a concession stand, you know, like at like a ball game, you know, they ask the person next to them, they're kind of out of the picture. It's like, hey, how much is this?
Yeah.
Something about that was just really intriguing. And then also thinking about how the cage worked, how everyone's looking down from on top. And I also thought that was really cool.
Thank you.
Because that's not something, you know, I guess I normally would think about right away. But hey.
I also liked the business card stuff at the beginning. It was kind
That
of,
was fun.
That was funny.
Thank you.
All right.
I figured it was a good idea. Zach, and I guess your thoughts and debrief and things?
No, I just enjoyed making the session, kind of having it go. A lot of that was really improv because not because like I didn't have much of it prepared, but just because I didn't have this path prepared. I don't know. I didn't think that some of the things that did happen would have happened, but they just kind of all fell perfectly in time that it just had to go that way.
Okay. Yeah.
So it I don't know, felt like it worked out pretty well, and I really liked that kind of aspect because I don't get enough improv in my daily life. Which I know sounds weird.
I like the whole setting that we're like on like a almost defunct space station orbiting a planet too.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, I honestly, like, my head, the way that it was put, in my head, it was all just on a planet, even though I knew that it was in space, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
You know, like, it felt like an actual, like, you know, a real atmosphere, which I think is a really, I guess, cool thing, you know, for, like...
It's just good to keep in mind that there is a roof to your world.
Whoa. That's crazy. Whoa.
Do you want to plug the in-between sessions?
Hello, in between sessions. Yeah, that's the gap between... I'm sorry. Yeah, so we're probably going to start streaming more often. But things that aren't role-playing games or D&D, really kind of any of the sort. Zach and I have some plans to, I guess, play some games together, both on our computers. And we'll be streaming that hopefully sometime this week. Maybe tomorrow night, just a little bit. We might stream some of that on this channel, of course. So just look forward to that if you enjoy that kind of stuff. Probably first-person shooters is what we'll mainly play, just because we're both very used to it. But if you guys want to see anything else, just let us know. We're going to just start, I guess, just trying different things and keep our consistent Saturday nights as roleplay or just D&D just in general. But, of course, that's subject to change because we have lives. So sometimes we might, miss one, but you'll be forewarned ahead of time.
Yeah.
We've talked about doing seasons. Like, right now we're playing Coriolis, so we might play this for another month or two. And then just switch between, chapters. Like, this might be chapter 1 of the Coriolis game. We might play something else for a chapter, then cut back to this. Or something. Take turns switching up the GM role and give people time to prepare the next chapter. So we're kind of talking about how to transition around and what the timing looks like.
And we're also, I'm going to be putting on the channel a calendar plugin, I believe, is what it is. And basically that'll just be showing you guys what our schedule is. You can look ahead of time and see basically just, whatever's going on, I guess, if that makes any sense. And once we reach the affiliate status of Twitch, then we'll likely start reaching out just a little bit more and more on the different things that we do. So say that we don't have a game or we don't own it, then we might be able to, I guess, get the funds to purchase it and play it. Probably not role-playing wise, we're kind of covered on that most of the time. But with Zach and I at least, if there's something you guys want to see specifically, we might plan on doing that sometime. My nose is itchy. So yeah, thank you everyone for tuning in. Any last words, guys?
Yeah. See you next week.
Yeah.
No?
It's easier for next week.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Who are you?
Doesn't matter, I'm Haji.
Doesn't matter, I'm Haji.
I am now Haji.